So there's simply no way. You will not sustain and grow a business year over year without having email flows and email campaigns implemented. Like you literally won't. We have a lot of clients who come to us and they're spending a lot of money on ads or they're already generating good revenue. And as soon as we implement email flows, because they say they don't have them, we see 20 to 30% of the total revenue coming from emails. Literally, it is such a no-brainer. You're missing out on so much money, you won't even believe it if you do not have emails implemented. Like literally both new customers, but also revenue from existing customers because you do not have post-purchase incentives, you do not have customer follow-ups, etc. So you really need to have email flows. Like as I told you, so much revenue, 20 to 30% on average for all clients comes from these setups. So as always, if you want us to set up your email flows, send me a DM on Instagram. I'll be happy to do do that for you. And if you have any questions as well, please send me a DM. So here I'll walk you through why you need to have email flows and how to set them up. Literally, I'll walk you through every single step. So first of all, when someone asks to cart a user product, these are the first two like top of funnel flows that you need to implement. If you do not already have any of these, you need to implement them straight away. Now, these are very like the flows you've probably already heard about, but just haven't taken action on. I won't show you every single flow because then it will take like a lot of time, but I'll show you, the most important ones. And then there's, I think we have like, I think I'll walk you through like 5 or 6 flows here or 4 or 5 flows. And then, the other ones you can obviously send me a request on Instagram and then I'll answer which ones you also need to implement. So this is just an overview of the basic ones that you really need and it will make you a lot of money. So first one is if you enable the on-site tracker in Shopify, you can actually take advantage of the browser abandonment. So here we are talking about having Klaviyo as your email software. So if you implement Klaviyo and then you turn on the on-site tracker that is implementing that is within the integration on Shopify, you can actually track the customer's behavior because it allows us to send an email to anyone that's viewed the product but they didn't take action. The dynamic aspect of it is that we can show the exact product in the email. So if someone hops on the website and they view a product, Klaviyo picks up that data and then we can actually send them a follow-up with that exact product in the email. So let me show you what this could look like. When someone has viewed a product, we wait 2 hours and then if they have viewed it more than 3 times in the last 2 days, we either send them this email or we send them this email. So first of all, if they have viewed the product more than 3 times in the last 2 days, we send them this email, browse abandonment general. So this means that we send them an email with a offer that is incentivized to actually make them buy not only the product that they've viewed but also some other products to incentivize them to increase the average order value. So we have the exact product that they have been looking at in this email, but we also have a layout of different products that are similar to the one that they've been looking at, recommended just for you, so that we actually allow them to not only look at the product that they wanted in the first place but also we increase the chances of them buying a few other pieces. So this is if they have viewed the product in the last 3 days. If they don't buy from this email, we then wait 4 hours and then we say you forgot something. So here we just send them a reminder on the previous emails that we sent them. If they did not convert or open it, we send them the you forgot something and then we wait another 15 hours if they did not buy from this one, and then we can offer them a discount. This is optional. If you don't want to just offer a discount like right off the bat just when someone views the products, because some clients and some brands may argue that it's just like giving out discounts for free. You do that anyway, but you get the point. When someone views a product, if that's the only thing they have to do to get a discount, then you may say that is a bit like cheap. So that is up to you. You can just offer a discount, or you can just send them another reminder. That is up to you. Or you can offer free shipping, for example, if you don't want to offer discounts. So, or you can offer a free return on their order. Depends, whatever you want. But the thing is that you want to send them the recommended, then you want to follow up with them and say you forgot something, just a basic email, and then here you want to kind of offer some incentive, I would say, because if they didn't buy from this one and this one, then they probably won't buy from this one if it isn't different from these two. Now, that is for if they have reviewed the product a few times or more times or more than 3 times, and this is if they haven't. Then we just send them a basic focused email that says, did you see something you liked? And this is only with the exact product that they have viewed. So if they only just viewed, one product, we just send them, and they haven't viewed it more than 3 times. Let's say they hopped on the website, they viewed the product, and then they haven't viewed it more in the past 3 days, or more than 1 time in the last few days, they just get and follow up 2 hours after they viewed that product. So that is pretty simple. Focused email versus general, you can set it up like this. This is actually a very powerful flow, so I really recommend you implement it. Second up is if someone asked to cart but they didn't convert, we then send them a sequence of emails that allows us to follow up with them on autopilot until they buy. I recommend having 4 to 6 emails in this flow. So this is basically just the abandon add to cart flow. You probably know about it. When someone has added to cart, we wait 1 hour and then we text them you forgot something, or we write them an email. Now, obviously, all of the subject lines that you see throughout this video are not the ones that we use. We use way more sophisticated subject lines because these doesn't convert. These are just the basic ones. So if you want the exact subject lines that we do and implement for our clients, shoot me a DM and I'll send them to you, because you have to customize them and you have to make them appealing, because if you don't, you will just fall in the categories with all of the other ones, right? So back to the point. We wait 1 hour after they added the product to cart, and then we send them, you forgot something. This is just the email with the exact product that they viewed. So this is just a reminder. You can add a bit of a personal touch and sparkle to it if you want. You just say, hey, you forgot something, here's the product. Don't wait too long. It's a bestseller and it's selling out fast. So add a bit of urgency in there. Then we wait 20 hours, and here you put urgency on the subject line. So as I told you, don't use the basic subject lines. Your card is about to expire. Make it more detailed and make it better, but still use the same concept. Here, reminder, here, urgency. So here we tell them something like, we can't keep this product forever, it's selling out fast, you're looking at a bestseller, etc., etc. So here we sometimes mix the personal side of things with the urgency. So we say, hey, you have really good taste, but this product is a bestseller and you're not the only one, having your eyes on it, so we recommend buying it soon, right? Here you can put something like that in second email. But then we wait another 8 hours, and then we ask them a question. So once again, reminder, urgency, question. So you want to leave this behind. So here we ask them a personalized question. Are you actually sure you want to do this? Because that also that makes people think, right? So you want to leave this behind, and seeing a question in your inbox is not, it's not something you see a lot. So it's good to add a question in there. And then we make them think, okay, do I actually want to leave this behind? Should I buy it? And if they don't buy, the last thing you can do is wait 20 hours, or you can also add, as I told you, 4 to 6 emails. Here we have 4. And then you can add a discount if you want. Last chance, we can't keep it anymore. Don't worry about the typo right here. This is just a draft. It's not something that is live. So we say last chance, obviously not lat chance. We can't keep it anymore, 10% off. So here we put in the subject line, the urgency, like now it's now or never. And then in the preview text, we put the discount. So save 10%. So here you can offer people a 10% discount, and then if they buy from this, great. If they don't, you can either end the flow, or you can add 2 more emails just to keep them in the loop. So that is up to you. If you do not want to annoy your customers too much, then obviously stick to 4. If you are a bit more aggressive with your marketing, put in 6. So here, last chance, 10% off. So that is for the browse abandonment and add to cart abandonment. So if we move on, these are the post-purchase follow-up and customer thank you. So this is after someone has actually placed an order. The first one is thanking customers at first, then following up with an incentive for good review is powerful if you have a good backend. Make sure you have good shipping and conditions, customer support, etc. before you do this to avoid any bad reviews. So obviously before you ask for reviews, make sure that customers are happy, make sure you actually have a good product, and that you have good shipping and customer support. Because if not, when you ask for that review, people will be like, what are they talking about? Why would I leave in a review? I had an awful experience. Obviously, you don't want that. So make sure you have a good backend before you do this. Now, one thing to keep in mind is that these 2 flows are very similar. So I would say pick one. I'll walk you through both, but pick one of them. So the first option here is having the very simple setup. When someone has placed an order, you wait 1 day, and then you send them the thank you for your order yesterday. So keep in mind, you have the standard order confirmation that comes out as soon as someone places an order. And then you have this one, which you should make more personalized. So after the first day, or after 1 day after they place the order, you write them, you say thank you for your order yesterday, and this is just like a personal thank you for the business. So you say, hey, thank you so much for your order, thank you so much for supporting the brand. We really appreciate you being a part of the family. You make it more personalized in this aspect. Then 17 days after, so this is just to allow people to have a good amount of time with your product and experience it. And then you can ask for a review. We'd appreciate your feedback. So here you can say, we'd appreciate your feedback, and then you can also offer them an incentive to leave the review. So you can say, get 5 or 10% off your next order if you leave this review. So you can offer an incentive, or you can just ask for the review. I recommend testing out just asking for a review at first. Don't offer any incentive. Because if you have a good product and a good brand and a good business and people actually love it, they will of course leave a review. So this is just a very good way of allowing your customer to experience your brand, experience the shopping experience, and then asking them for a review, because as you know, reviews are very, very important. This is the basic setup that you can go with. If we move on to the bit more complicated setup, or the bit more structured setup, this is where you can appreciate new and returning customers, and that is obviously very important. If you do it correct, you can add 5% to your top line just by thanking customers. Split the setup so that you have different email flows for new and returning. So the way that you do this is that you split returning customers for new customers. I'll show you how to do that just below. But the reason that this is so important is because when customers feel seen and you actually have a good follow-up sequence after they've placed an order, they quite often place an order again. Like literally, they quite often just say, "Oh, I also wanted this product. They appreciate me. I like the personalized thing." And then they see that their order is on the way, and then they just place another order. We see that a lot of times, so that's why I tell you 5% to your top line can be added just by thanking customers, literally. So the way that this can be set up is that when someone places an order, we wait one day, and then at 9 a.m., if they have placed an order one time, they get this flow. If they've placed an order more than one time, they get this flow. I'll walk you through this one first. So this is just for new customers. Here we just send them a thank you email where we say thank you to the organization name. So we say thank you and welcome to the brand. And then we just thank them for the order. We just say this is just with returning versus new customers. So here we say thank you so much for placing the order. Welcome to the brand. We appreciate you being a part of it. After 3 days, we can then send them a token of our appreciation. Once again, these subject lines are the Klaviyo standard. Don't go with these. Use custom subject lines, make them personalized, make them better because they are not good. So once again, a token of our appreciation. So concept still stands. Here you can appreciate them by giving them an incentive while they are in the loop, because who's the easiest person to sell to? Someone that just bought from you, right? So if you offer them 10, 15, 5% off their next order or free shipping, whatever it can be, they're pretty likely to do so if they either received the product within 3 days or they just had a good experience with customer support and they can track the order, etc. Then they're pretty likely to buy again. So after 3 days, we give them a token, which can be a discount, an offer, whatever. We thank them and then we give them an incentive. That is for new customers. If they have bought more than 2 times, then these are the 2 options you have. If they have placed an order that equals to 2 overall times, if they have so, we send them good choice. So here we say thank you for buying 2 times. We ask them, we thank them for buying 2 times, and then we just give them a little pat on the shoulder for picking a good product. And here we don't offer an incentive. This is literally just thank you. There's no recommendations for new products. This should just be thank you, because if that, you'll seem a bit too needy. Only thank them in this level. After 20 days, you can then ask for review. So here you say review request. So what do you think? Same concept as the other one I walked you through right here with waiting 17 days. Here we just wait 20 days and then we ask them for a review and say, what do you think? Same concept. Thank them for their choice, ask them for review. No incentive. Here, if they've bought more times, if they haven't bought 2 times, if they've only bought, if they're only repeat customer, then, we sell them, we make them a cross sell and a discount. So here we actually show them a section of products that are related to the one that they bought previously, and then we offer them a discount as well on that product. This is very, very good. We see a lot of money coming from this flow, and it's super, super good because we actually tailor the product grid to their specific style. And then we also allow the discounts to really incentivize them to buy once again. If they obviously had a good experience with our brand previously, they are very likely to buy again. So this flow is very important, and we see, believe it or not, a lot, as I told you, 5 to 10% extra revenue coming from this flow alone. You set this up one time, you adjust it over time, and then you just, you see the money rolling in. So that is this flow. And then here we have the standard welcome series. So as you can see right here, the standard welcome series attributes to up to 30% revenue for clients. Literally very important, also pretty standard. I would imagine you already have this, implemented, but we'll go over it anyway. You probably, hopefully already have it in place. So here you can see when someone is added to the new subscriber list or they have placed, so here's the thing. When they subscribe, so either through, buying something or they just sign up with the newsletter. This is the split you want to do. If they have placed an order and they subscribe, they get this email. And if they haven't, if they have, they get this email, right? So in this case, let's say that, this is an existing customer. They didn't subscribe yet, but they just signed up to the newsletter. We just send them a thank you for subscribing. Very basic. Don't offer them anything. If they've already bought from you, just thank them for subscribing. Now, the chance of them not being subscribed to your newsletter, as an already existing customer, are pretty low, because obviously they probably will be on your newsletter list because they get added to that customer list automatically once they buy. But if you have a different, list to your, compared, if your customer list is different from your new subscriber list, you can make use of this. So thank you for subscribing, wait 3 days, and then you tell them follow us on social media. So this is just once again this basic Klaviyo setup. I will, well, you could say follow us on social media. You could also use this for something else. You could also ask them to place another order. You can give them a discount. You can ask them for anything here. This is really just a good way of asking for something from them. You could be social media, as I said. You can ask them to, leave a review. You can ask for anything when it comes to, when it comes to this second email after they've subscribed as an existing customer. If they are not an existing customer and they have never purchased, we offer them a discount. Obviously, that is what happens when they sign up to your pop-up. Welcome, we've got something for you, and then you just put the discount that you have in the email, or that you have the offer that you have in the website in that email. So if it's a discount, if they get free shipping when they sign up, whatever. If they don't buy from these emails, from this first email, we wait 8 hours and then we send them a 10% discount once again with a reminder of the 10% discount. Reminder, your discount is waiting. I wouldn't say put reminder, obviously tailored once again. I would actually use their first name, because when they have signed up to the newsletter, you have their first name. So I would say put in their first name. Don't forget to put hey first name and then the there, so that if the first name isn't actually tracked, it just says hey there. So use their first name default in these emails, and you also obviously do that same thing for the customer thank you. Always put their first name default. So if they have bought, especially in this, placed order flow, because here you will have their email or their first name. So here you put in welcome, first name default to the organization name, a token of appreciation, thank you, first name. Here, repeat customer, good choice, and then put their first name here. So what do you think? Put their first name. Use their first name in every single email for this. Literally, it's so powerful. The open rate is ridiculous. Now, once again, back to the newsletter sign up. Use the first name on their email reminder, so that you actually incentivize them to buy. I would suggest putting a bit more emails on this flow. Here we only have 2 on each. I would actually put at least 6 on this, 100%, simply because it makes it so much, the customer is so much more likely to buy. So I would say in this newsletter, sign up form flow, put 6 emails on each. 6 emails, literally, because when they have signed up, you have them in your database and they are likely to buy. So follow up with them until they do. 6 emails on each, offer them discounts, follow up with them, ask them to follow on social media, ask how they're doing, whatever. Put 6 emails. 2 in each is not enough. 6. So these are the basic flows that you need to set up. Obviously, these are only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 flows. We usually implement 8. So we have 8 flows, which are also like 70-day post-purchase follow-up. We have all of these upsells, etc., etc. So these are the basic flows that you really need to implement. And as I said, I only showed you like a top of the iceberg right here in a very, basic setup. So if you want the proper ones, these will convert for you, but they won't convert at a high level. So if you want the proper ones, if you want the high converting email flows with the subject lines, with the content that we also design for our clients, shoot me on Instagram. I'll be happy to help you set it up, and I'll be happy to implement it for you so we can get you to those 100K a month and beyond if you're not already there. So I hope you got some value from this video, and talk soon. Have an amazing rest of your day. Ciao.